Yo, hey, what's up, you guys? So, my name is Ryan Young, and I am a day trader, 20 years old, and this is the first video of this channel. And I'm really just freestyling right now. This is my first time doing this, very unfamiliar, but I'm trying my best, and that's the best I can do. So, I don't want to make this super long. What I really want to do is just go over a breakdown for the market in terms of what I'm looking at for the week. So yeah, let's just get into it. Really just looking at like three or four pairs. I trade a total of six, but you know, some of them don't look too good for me right now. So I'm just gonna really just be going over like three or four pairs right now. So real quick, I'm just gonna share my screen and yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. All right. I believe y'all can see me. Ah, okay. Faces all in the way is throwing me off. Okay. So here we go. We are on the trading view chart. And just to show you all the pairs that I really look at, the pairs that I have on my watch list. All right. So I have GJ or GBP JPY. I got EJ, Euro JPY. I got gold, got USD JPY, got GBP USD as well as AU or AUD USD. So those are the main pairs that I trade, but for the past few weeks, GU hasn't been too, I was about to say appetizing, but just hasn't been looking too good, right? Not attractive, not enough for me to say, eh, I just, it's just not it for me. It's not it for me. We kind of had a breakout here from the past week, but I'm good. So I'm just going to be removing those for right now. UJ, I haven't really been looking at that too heavily, so I'm gonna include that down here. But as of right now, it's just mainly gold, EJ, and GJ. And I will be going over these with you all. So, how I trade. So, like most traders, start off on the weekly and I kind of make my way down. I could start on the monthly, but I have all the data that I need to see on the weekly, to form a bias and analyze from there. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to start on the weekly. I'm going to make my way down to the daily 4 hour. I'll probably look at the 2 hour for like a second, but I'll just go down to the 1 hour, 30 minutes and down from there. I probably won't need to look into the five, maybe not even the 15, because I'm not really looking for entries right now. Right now, I'm just trying to formulate a bias and simply just mark up the charts for this weekend. That's really it. So, starting off on GJ, we are, I'm gonna remove this right here. I don't want to take too much off because this kind of like shows me where I kind of left off, I guess, from the previous weeks. So I don't want to take too much off, but to take that fib off right now, we have obviously kind of made a rebound from all this bullish pressure from the previous weeks, right? As we can see, and the past, I guess, 2 weeks, because this is live, the past 2 weeks, we've been a little bearish. And notice how price has came down to this area at 188. Let's call it 500. Yeah, let's call it 188, 500. So prices came down to this area, an area of, as we can see, resistance or price has respected over here, over here. We see price use it as an area of support to continue bullish, and price has made its way back down to this area. So with this bearish pressure that we received in the past few weeks, I am still overall bullish. I'm not gonna lie, based on these previous weeks down here and based on where price is right now. But let's just make our way down. So when I am formulating a bias like this, right, where we have bearish pressure, but I'm overall bullish, these are some key signs that I try to look for in order to go along with my bias. So first thing I see right here is, let me use this again, all of these exhaustion zones. We got one right there. We got one right here. Try to make that better. No, you see it. We got right here and right here, right? And all essentially kind of rejecting this area as of right now, where we see price has came down to this area and buyers pulled it right back up, indicating that price doesn't want to maintain at this level as of right now or continue to the bearish side of things. So that's really all I'm looking at on the daily. I also noticed that stuff is all out of order. But right here, prices, you can say it broke structure right here, coming to the downside right here. But at the same time, I'm definitely looking at these exhaustion zones right here. So I'm not really looking at it too heavily in terms of a break. I also, you also have to, gosh, can't get my words together, but we also have to acknowledge that NFP was on Friday. So market was just crazy. And we'll kind of see that on gold. Gold was just skyrocketing last week. And with every other pair that I was looking at, especially like GJ, EJ, UJ, they were just extremely bearish. So that's kind of why we see these, I really don't want to say breaks, but we see this bearish movement right here from the last week. Some of these I'll have to take off to kind of just freshen up my chart. You know what I'm saying? But on the 4 hour, looking at, notice the double top up here. And I'm just really just looking at different things that I should be paying attention to, different signs, different things. Like right here, I see we have a lower high, right? Indicating that the bearish side of things has more precedence as of right now. But also going back to the exhaustion zones that I mentioned earlier, on the 4 hour, it's kind of maintaining an area of support as of right here, right? So that's something I'm definitely paying attention to. Notice how price has, kind of just staying above it and refusing to break below it. And if price can maintain that for a longer period of time, and if we can see a potential, let's say, bounce from this area to go to the upside, and also if we break this area right here of structure, then I'll obviously be looking for the bullish side of things. But as of right now, excuse me, I really do need to get that. But but as of right now, I'm just sitting back and watching. I'm going to be waiting until we get either a break out of this area right here and to continue on to the downside, or we'll be able to wait until price breaks above here and go to the upside, right? So it really not too much to say, not too much to add on to that. That's basically what I see as of right now with the data that I am presented. So to kind of go over that one more time, we have this area of, we can say, support right here, or let me say an area that's very respected, right? We have resistance, we have support as well, and price potentially creating an area of support where we have this area right here. You can also call it a random line, but a line that I drew right here, which is kind of the average. Let me go down to the 2 hour, but kind of like the average area where price is tapped into overall right here, and creating this area of support where price has respected right here, respected here, and respected here, refusing to break below it and continue to the downside. Right now, I'm just going to be waiting and waiting until we get a break for the downside or break at the upside. And I'm just going to leave it there. But overall, I am bullish. Excuse me. Bullish, bullish, bullish. For me, also noticing the exhaustion zones that I mentioned earlier. So right now, I'm just going to wait and we're just going to see how things end up. So let me add this really quick. Let me add this arrow indicating where I expect price to move going on later on into the week. To move on from here, I have EJ, and a lot of times when I'm analyzing or go from GJ to EJ or EJ to GJ, they look almost identical, like movements, like it looks very, very, very similar based on the structure. And as we can see, very similar, like I said. So we have like this double top right here that we can see on the 4 hour right here. Price respected this twice. Sorry, on the 4 hour, I just wanted y'all to see that a little more clearly. But on the daily overall, we have received a lot of bearish push to the downside, right, from the past few weeks. Same like GJ, but notice the same thing where we have these exhaustion zones right here, right? Price did break below it, but notice how we have another exhaustion zone right here. Obviously, the candle just opened not too long ago, so it's still a live candle, but I'm definitely paying attention to that. Also pay attention to the moving average. Notice how price is still maintaining and still respecting the moving average, kind of using it as a level of support, if you want to say that. As of right now, a lot of times I pay attention to the direction or the way that the moving average is facing. So as a, like, for example, we obviously see that moving average is moving up. So I look at that as, okay, maybe we could receive some bullish movement within the market. And overall, we are in a bullish condition. So on the weekly, you can see that a little clearer to remove kind of excess data. So we can see the overall direction of the market. We are bullish. Notice all these green candles that we've been having over since December, right? So over the past 2-3 months, price has been bullish. We have received this bearish pressure within the markets for the past, 2 weeks, mainly 1 week when we look on the weekly. But right here, like I said, this arrow is pointing up. So I'm definitely paying attention to that. If we look down on the 4 hour, right? I kind of want to go left. A lot of times I go left to look at the previous areas that price has respected. And I kind of like to utilize that for the current structure. And for example, I just want to highlight this really quick. So notice how price has used this area right here. And I kind of drew this out a few weeks ago as areas resistance where price tapped and went to the other side, price tapped, went to the other side. And look at these major reactions from it. Also look on the other side of things where price used it as a level of support, a push to the upside. Now, a lot of times trading is very simplistic. Like all you have to do is notice that. Notice that. Wow. I mean, so as of right now, we could potentially use this area as a level of support if price does respect this area and go to the upside from here. But similar to GJ, now I'm going to switch down to the hourly. Similar to GJ, I'm going to be using my random line or an area of support, and I'm going to be using this kind of average area of this point that we are right now, right here. And notice how price has respected this area right there, right here, right here, and right here. Notice the wick. price moving or respecting this point in time, similar to GJ. So, and I like to add as many confluences as possible to add on to my bias, right? So we have the area of support. We also have this area of support to kind of add on top of that. So, and like I said, we are in this bullish overall bullish condition when we look on the daily. And when we look on the weekly, you can see even clearer. Overall bullish. Okay. So, and something else to add, I forgot. We also have the moving average prices using this as a level of support, we could say, where price is bouncing off of this. Something else I want to add, this is a tool that I see a lot of traders use, but I use it very frequently. And for this one, I'm going to use it on the daily, but this is a Fibonacci. Let me go down to the 4 hour because I like to highlight the specific zones and specific areas to use it from, where on the daily, I won't be able to see. But on the 4 hour, I would use it from this point right here, because this is the most recent high low, key high low, and gosh, let me draw all the way up here, right? So this will be our point A from what I've learned. This is the point A, so this is where we started or initiated the fib. The point B is right here, where price has went to the downside from that point. And our point C is our potential, I guess, what could I say? Potential area that price pulls back to and could reverse to the upside and back again, and going along with our overall analysis or with the overall market direction. Okay. So I want to say this. So you see this nice number, 0.618. That's my that's the key zone right there. That's like if price pulls back there, that's when you know, okay, we could potentially see a reversal from that point, because a lot of times that happens at this specific area. Sometimes it happens at the 0.5 as well. And even like 2 weeks ago, I had one from the 0.382 area, but mostly I get mine from the 0.618, right? So to highlight this area right here, I can do that. And for the next time, I kind of clear everything off because my stuff is looking a little cluttered right now. I got a lot going on here. But yeah, like to highlight this area right here, we also call it a PRZ level, right? Potential reversal zone. And it also goes along with, everything that I'm saying. It goes along with my bias. So this is just an added confluence to what I believe the market will do in the future, right? So point A, point B, point C, we see price potentially, well, it is as of right now maintaining this area right here. We have the moving average as a level of support. Price is reacting and rejecting off of it. We have price being at the 0.618 level on our Fibonacci. Overall, on the weekly, like I said, we are bullish. And right here, I'm gonna go down to the 4 hour so you can see a little clear. But the 4 hour, and I'm gonna make this blue so you can see it a little better. There we go. So previous area of resistance, now turn to support, price tapped into it, and let's bounce to the upside. And also, let's go down to the hourly. We have our area of support, right? Price is respected it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, a lot of times. So yeah. So those are a lot of confluences, right? To add on to my bias, right? On the weekly. which overall I'm directionally bullish. That is my bias to continue to the bullish side. And yeah, that's just what we're going to see and what I will wait for the week, similar to GJ. So basically the same bias for both pairs. So a lot of times the bias that I have for GJ or the bias that I have for EJ, I kind of transfer to the other pair because they move very similar. But I still do my due diligence and analyze them both separately. So yeah, I'm bullish on both pairs, on EJ and GJ. Let me add my arrow to it, just to add on to it. And I also want to clarify this, that these golden zones right here, those are my TP zones or my take profit zones where long term I can see price heading to. So it's the first point. I like to highlight it green for take profit, or we're in the green, we're in the blues, we're making money, right? So, sorry, what am I doing? So right there, and my second zone right here. So looking forward to that. We're just gonna wait it out as of right now, and see if price continues to respect this area. All right, so third pair is gold. I'm gonna take some of these fibs off. So not you don't even have to analyze anything, but you can obviously see where it's just bullish. From the past week, it's been extremely bullish, skyrocketing to the upside. I believe it made its all-time highs at 21.95, but let me confirm. I believe so though. Yeah, yeah, all-time highs. Kind of crazy to see, but it's just repeatedly breaking its highs the past few months. But bullish. You see all that green? You see all that? Bullish, right? And a lot of this was influenced by news. I am not a major fundamental trader or someone who looks at, news articles and things of that nature. But I have been seeing I've been seeing some news on gold and how the US dollar is influencing it in a way based on, how the economics are looking within the US currency. But man, it's like, what can I say? I mean, this was it literally last week and price just, see how that's crazy. I didn't get an entry on this. I wish I did at some point. I could have, and that's where I highlighted some of these areas and kind of did my markups. These are kind of what I'll say the micro support and resistance levels that I could have, went into, could have scaled down and potentially got an entry. I mean, this thing flew up how many pips? So not much to say, honestly. Not really too much to say. Obviously, on the higher time frames, we are bullish. I expect price to make a extremely major, pullback to the downside and kind of, yeah, yeah, just major pullback from here after all this bullish activity within the markets over the past week. Kind of correct itself. That's the word I'm looking for. For price to correct itself right here, things that I'm just looking at, signs that signs that I'm looking for. Not that I'm looking for, but just things that I see, because you just want to trade what you see, not what you're looking for, not what you want to see, anything like that. You just trade what you see. So right here, we have, I'll say, a level of resistance. Price respected it, rejecting it once. Price, or the bullish buyers, right? Or the people that want price to go bullish, had price come all the way up here, price came all the way back down here. You also see a tested candle right here. Price came up, came right back down, respecting it again once more. So the moving averages are bullish on the hourly, on the 4 hour, bullish. Daily, I'm sure is bullish as well. It's all the way down here, bullish, right? As it should be. These are like, they basically measure the average movement of the market, and it is obviously bullish. So they're going to be bullish as well. But I'm going to keep this simplistic as of right now. So with this area of resistance, I'm going to be noticing if price will respect it and continue to respect it, or like GJ, will we get a, let me use this. Will we get a break of here, right? Because this is the last higher low, I would say. So will we get a break of here or a break of here? Excuse me. So if we do get a break of this area right here, that kind of shows us that, okay, now bearish activity has entered this market as price failed to hold this area of potential support, right? Or it was support as of right here, but if it did break, that's kind of an indication that we have more bearish pressure within the market, right? So for those that are beginners that don't really quite understand how the market moves, it doesn't move like this, right? It doesn't move straight up, it doesn't move straight down. It goes up a little bit, it comes down. Gosh, man, you're embarrassing me, bro. It goes up a little bit, goes down a little bit, goes up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little bit, down a little bit, right? But this is where we see that. So this is obviously a bullish, right? Bullish trend, right? From there, a lot of times markets will consolidate. And what that means is that markets will move side to side, right? Consolidation, where we don't really have a directional bias and price is just kind of stagnant. So a lot of times when market moves like that, I stay out of it. I'm good. I sit on my hands. You know, why would I press anything? Why would I press buy or sell? I'm good. That's just me though. Market tends to move like this, but then we get a break to the downside, right? I'm going to use that right there. So this area right here is an area of support. And when price breaks an area of support, that's like a ding, ding, bearish, right? Bearish, 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 bearish. But keep in mind, bearish at that particular time. Because, and why I say that is because look at this, the overall market is bullish, right? But keep in mind, this area of support, which is the last major higher low, once price breaks an area like that, that's when we know, okay, price has officially moved over to the bearish side as we're not maintaining this trend anymore, where price has broken this previous higher low and typically price will come back to retest this area and continue to the downside. So guys, I'm not the best explainer. I'm kind of freestyling right now. I'm going to be better in the future of explaining things, especially if we get, beginners on here. But, I'm just trying my best as I go to really explain how market moves. So, like I said, waiting, just like GJ, I'm going to be waiting for either a break of the downside or the break to the upside. If we do get a break of this upside, I will be expecting price to just keep continuing with this bullish pressure, with this bullish movement that price has been, enacting within the markets for the past week, right? And I would try to find an entry within there. If price does break above, come down, this will be the optimal entry zone right here. If price makes a higher low right here, a potential higher low right here, then I'll probably be more towards the bullish side because higher lows are that, indication that I normally see where, okay, the bullish side is still very strong within the market. So I'm just going to stick with that, right? So I'm going to be waiting for that break. Once we get the break, I'll be looking for more or just for buys in this market, but it could go either way. So I'm going to be waiting for that. I'm going to be waiting for that. That's all I can do. So yeah, I'm not going to be going over these. I'm not a big index trader. Really, I'm really just not a big index trader. So those are the three pairs I wanted to go over with y'all. If you're watching this, you're just thank you. Thank you. I'm trying my best here. First video. I'm gonna upload this within a few minutes. I got to pick up someone from the airport in a few minutes too. So, and I got work tomorrow, and it's 11:44. But we stay on the grind, and I love it, and I love the hustle, man. I love it, man. I love it, man. So yeah, so that concludes the video. I'm going to do better. We will continuously get better as we just produce more videos, more content, and overall more value for you guys. I want to, that's all I'm about, man. That's all I'm about. It's just providing value and to just help others. I know how difficult it is. Trust me, I've been in this thing for a minute. I've been in this thing for a minute. And I know I've been through ups and downs. It's a cycle, man. It is a cycle. So I get it. It's not gonna be an easy run. It's not gonna be easy journey, but it is a journey. And I've learned to embrace it. I'm still going through the journey. I'm not, bro, I'm in a dorm room right now. Got the microwave right here, bro. I'm nowhere near, that place that I want to be. I'm nowhere near that guru with the Lambos and all the stuff. I'm nowhere near that. Not yet. I would love to get to that point, but just embrace the journey. Every day you just show up. Show up and give, man, F 100%. You give 110%. That's just what I say. You always give 110%. You show up every day. Every day, every day, every day. And I've been showing up every day. That's all I can do. That's the best I can give. The best you can do is the best you can do. So you can't ask for anything more. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna end the video here. But yeah, thanks for watching if you are watching. And yeah, peace.